Dear friends, today we are going to discuss about physiology of respiration. So respiration is very important. Same like cardiovascular process. So there is a 50% of contribution to make your cardiorespiratory more efficient to supply oxygenated blood throughout your body and brain. So already we have discussed cardiovascular process. Today onwards, we are going to discuss about respiratory contribution to make your body more perfect. So respiration, it is very simple process where the oxygen and carbon dioxide is exchanging within the body. For that, there is a inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation is nothing but the atmospheric oxygenated content of air is breathed in or inhaled and consume more volume of oxygen to your body, and there will be a unwanted gas and carbon dioxide within the lungs. Those unwanted gas has to expel through exhalation. So respiration is nothing but exchange of oxygen carbon dioxide from body. We used to call it as a respiration. um, Doing this respiration, we just remember two words, that is called inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation, inclusion of oxygen air from atmosphere to lungs, and exhalation is carbon dioxide rich air from lungs to atmosphere. We used to call it as a respiration. So respiration, there is already a previous slide we have discussed inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation, inhale the air from atmosphere to lungs. For that, your diaphragm has to contract and the ribcage has to broaden, or it will open, and intercostal and extracostal muscle has to contribute to make your inhalation more perfect. Okay, this is about inhalation, and exhalation is very simple. While this is during this exhalation, the consumed air, it will be dissolved or it will be transferred from lungs to pulmonary circuit. The unwanted gas, it is expel or taken from pulmonary circuit into lungs. Those unwanted gas can be expelled by relaxing your diaphragm and reducing size and shape of your thoracic area, so that the unwanted gas can be expelled through out from lungs to atmosphere. That is called exhalation. So this is about the how your diaphragm is contributing make your system more perfect inhalation and perfect exhalation. By by relaxing your diaphragm, it make your function name exhalation. By contracting your diaphragm, it will induce or make your system to inhale more air from atmosphere to lungs. This is so during inhalation your ribcage can be opened wide, and it increases the interpulmonary pressure low, so that the higher concentration of oxygen and the atmosphere to lungs, it will easily get in. And after concession of oxygen from your lungs, the carbon dioxide can be expelled out, which is more concentration, more dense than our atmosphere, so that it will expel very easily. So respiration, there are some process how it is carrying. There are four different process. The exchange of gases from atmosphere to lungs, from lungs to atmosphere, it will be a four process. First process, pulmonary ventilation. The pulmonary means it is related to your lungs. Ventilation, it add more oxygen and elevation of carbon dioxide. So the movement of air into lungs and out of the lungs, that is called pulmonary ventilation. So next process, gas exchange between air into the lungs and the lungs, lung from lungs into blood, and finally it reaches the cellular before tissue. So this process is second process, and third process is very simple: transport of oxygen and carbon dioxide from alveolus to cellular up to cellular. This is transporting process. Um, and fourth one is gas exchange between blood and tissue is fourth stage of respiration. So respiration is not only inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling air should be carried out or pass from lungs to blood, the from blood to transport oxygen carbon dioxide throughout the blood. And the fourth process is the blood has to supply more oxygen to the working tissue or working muscle. These are the four process which is very essential. So this process only we are going to discuss about more than 10 videos we are going to discuss. There are main three types of respiration, major types we can say. So external respiration, internal respiration, and cellular respiration. External respiration, very simple. The oxygen rich content air from atmosphere to lungs, we used to call it as a external respiration. And the internal respiration, those oxygen and carbon dioxide between blood and tissue. So internal respiration, after inhaling air from alveolus, the alveolus is responsible send oxygenated blood to oxygenated content air to the blood tubes. Those blood tubes, it carries the oxygen carbon dioxide up to tissue. That is called internal respiration. And third one is very important, cellular respiration. After reaching the blood to near to the tissue, your tissue is capable of receiving oxygen from blood tubes, capillaries, and your tissue is ready to release carbon dioxide from tissue. Okay, so this process is called cellular respiration. These are the main respiration. But one more thing we have to remember, that is called breathing. Breathing is nothing but inspiration and expiration. External respiration, as we discussed earlier, exchange of gases between lungs to blood. And third, internal respiration, exchange of gas between blood and the cell. The cellular respiration is nothing but the process is carried within the lungs, within the cellular activity. It gives you more energy for your working muscle, and it can be multiply your energy level to producing more ATP during metabolic reaction. These are the four stages of respiration. So respiration, main thing is internal and external respiration only. The external respiration, it start with the oral and nasal cavity, and finally it reaches to left and right lungs. And within the left and right lungs, the nook and corner of the part it will reach. Up to this is external respiration. Then internal respiration, there are two area. There is an internal respiration, blood tubes to alveolus to blood tube, from blood tube to tissue. Okay, there are two internal respiration is available within our body. This is about respiration, internal and external. When we discuss about respiration, there are two major area where we need to concentrate during your physical activity or normal resting condition. There is a two portion. The one is conducting zone and exchanging zone or respiratory zone. The conducting zone, it will conduct the air from nasal oral cavity. Finally, it will reach us to left and right lungs. Up to left and right lungs, it will be called as a conducting zone. Okay, so after reaching the alveolus, there is a there's a thousands of bags is available. Each and every bag we used to call it as a alveoli. This alveoli is covered by a dense network of capillaries and veins. These capillaries veins only it will do gas exchange. It inclusion of it inclusion of oxygen and exclusion of carbon dioxide because of these blood tubes only. So when you talk about conducting zone, larynx, pharynx, trachea, cartilage, root of left lung, root of right lung. Okay, these are the conducting zone, and exchanging zone. It is very simple where the number of alveolus, there are a number of alveoli combined and make it as a alveolus. Each and every alveolus there is a tiny bags are available. Each and every bag we used to call it as a alveolar. Within this alveolar there are a complete network of capillaries. These capillaries only it carry the oxygenated blood to left atrial, left ventricle. Okay, this is about the real picture about lungs. I mean alveoli. This alveoli, there is a complete network of capillaries. One side is vein, another one is capillaries. The venules carries the deoxygenated blood to the alveolus, where the alveolus taken the carbon dioxide blood and it will release oxygen to the capillaries, so that the one side it carries the deoxygenated, another side it will carry the oxygenated blood for your working muscle. Okay, when you take cross section of a single alveoli, it will look like this. This is called blood tubes. This is a alveoli bag. Okay, one way it is from alveoli it will supply oxygen rich content to the pulmonary circuit. The another way the carbon dioxide it will transfer to alveolus. Finally, it will take away from exhalation from your body. Okay, this is gas exchange between alveoli and capillaries. See, this is another picture how the carbon dioxide and oxygen is exchanging during the ventilatory process. So, uh, uh, up to this, we have discussed so far inhalation, exhalation, uh, respiration, internal respiration, external respiration, and during respiration how your diaphragm is supporting make your system inhalation, and by releasing diaphragm how your system is exhaling the carbon dioxide from your lungs. So after exchanging everything, see, when you talk about cardiorespiratory, cardio is 50%, cardio is 50%, the remaining 50% is pulmonary. So once if you receive deoxygenated blood, inferior vena cava and superior vena cava, it will be enter into right atrium, then right ventricle, then it will be pushed through the pulmonary artery for exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide. The oxygen rich content blood it will be uh, come to left ventricle, from left ventricle left atria and left ventricle, and finally it will circulate it through systemic circulation in the head portion and the lower part of your body. This is about cardiorespiratory systemic coordination between lungs and heart. So after this slide is over, we will discuss more about the respiratory system, mechanism, internal respiration, external respiration, inspiration, expiration, all those things we are going to discuss it.